Hello, Year 8, and welcome to your first lesson of this week. And you're on a new topic. I hope you found the last test went well. If you've only just done it, then I may well not have marked it, obviously. But if you did it last Friday, hopefully you've already had a look at your answers and you've seen how you've done. And hopefully, like I said, you've done really well. If you have struggled with that, you're welcome to go back through the videos and have another go at it and resubmit it. But if you ever do any resubmission or add a submission, please do message me to tell me, because it doesn't always come up automatic if you resubmit. You might have to message me, and then that on the actual, send a comment, on the show my homework. Then that way it just signals to me that you've said something. I look at it and then I see, oh, you've submitted, and you'll say something like, look, I've had another go. If you try and resubmit something and it won't let you because it's been after a certain amount of time, tell me that as well, and then I can click a button which allows people to do that. So just let me know if you want to have another go at it. That'll be absolutely fine. If you've absolutely smashed it, you're really happy with it, then brilliant, well done, keep going. Right, so here we have the area of basic shapes. This one I don't think should take too long, but going through the explanation, you've got some questions on the other side. So let's have a look at this first one. So I'm hoping everyone's happy with, if you've got a square or a rectangle, then the area is just the length times the width. So in this case, we've got 3 times 6, or 6 times 3, it doesn't really matter which one you call the length or the width in this case, 18. And we're going to write centimetres squared, because area will always be something squared. Volume will always be something cubed. Area will always be something squared. Length will always just be something like so centimetres, metres, whatever. Do look out for the unit, because if that was metres and metres, obviously it wouldn't be centimetres squared, it would be metres squared. Right, next one. I promise I'll stop rambling now, I'll crack on. Right, so area of a triangle is half times base times height. Okay, you might just remember it as base times height and half it. That's absolutely fine as well, of course. Now, for perimeter, they're useful, but the slant is not useful for the area. You've got the base, you've got the height. The height is straight up, not this slanted thing, okay? So that's half times the base times the height, which is, well, 8 times 4 is 32, half of that, 16, again, centimetres squared. Next one, the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So again, we ignore the slant. 6 times 13, 78 centimetres squared. I better write it properly. Okay. Now, a trapezium. Okay, now the area of a trapezium. Now, a trapezium, by the way, is defined as anything that's got one pair of parallel sides. Okay, we're going to call that pair of parallel sides A and B. And the formula is A plus B divided by 2 times by H. And the H is the distance between them, the height. But obviously if it's on its side, it wouldn't be a height. So just the distance between them. But basically, the way I remember it is you do the average of the parallel sides times the distance between them. Okay? But that can be written as this formula. If you just want to learn the formula, you just want to learn the idea, whatever you want to do. So that's 4 plus 10 over 2 times 8. And 4 plus 10 divided by 2 is basically finding the average. Add them together, 14 half, it's 7 times 8, 56 centimetres squared. Okay? Right, I'll give you some questions now. Ignore the ones on the right, that's your next lesson. Right, there are your questions. Pause it, have a go at it. Right, hopefully you've unpaused now, and let's go through the answers. So 7 times 3, because it's a rectangle, 21 centimetres squared. If this is a square, then that means this is 5 centimetres as well. So 5 times 5, 25 centimetres squared. I better write 7 times 3, so just in case someone's doing it on mute, just want to quick look at it or something. Right, 4 times 7 is 28. Now loads of people write that and that's it, move on. Okay, biggest mistake with area I'd say is people forgetting to half that triangle. So that's 14 centimetres squared. This one here, ignore the slant. Okay, we're not doing anything to do with the perimeter, we don't need the slant. Base times height and half it again. 6 times 3 and half it. 9. Oh, I've fallen into the trap of writing centimetres squared. It's now just metres, so 9 metres squared. Don't panic too much if you make a little mistake on the unit. In an exam, that'll just cost you 1 mark if they say state the units. If they don't, then they'll already write the units for you anyway. But if they do, it's just 1 mark it'll cost you. Which obviously, you want to get that mark, but don't, it's not the end of the world, okay? Base times height is 5 times 12, which is 60 centimetres squared. Ignore the slant. Base times height, or height times base, doesn't really matter the order. 48 metres, I got it this time, I did check that time, 48 metres squared. Add them together and half it gives you 9, and then you times it by the 7, 9 sevens are 63 centimetres squared. And the very last one, this is a peculiar looking trapezium, but it is a trapezium because it's only got 1 pair of parallel sides, so we can ignore the slant and do the way we normally do. But one thing you might have done, you may have split that into 2, worked out what that area of the triangle is and the area of the rectangle is. That would be absolutely fine as long as you get the same answer. Then don't worry at all. But the average of 5 and 12, or we add them together and half it, is 8.5, because that's 17 divided by 2, 8.5, times the distance between them. 8.5 times 8 is, well, 8 8s are 64, half an 8 is 4, so 68 centimetres squared. Okay. One other little mention: if you've done the test from last week, and I've given you some feedback, do go and check out the video that I've done going through the test. Unless, of course, you got 100%, in which case, don't worry about it. Okay. Brilliant. Thanks a lot. See you later, guys. Bye.